Today is January the 23rd, 2020. Today we're working on a 2005 Mini Cooper Type S. This is of course the supercharged model. This is a 6-speed manual. And we're going to be doing a couple of different upgrades here. First and foremost, we're going to be replacing the harmonic balancer. The original one is a rubber mated harmonic balancer, and the rubber tends to fail over time due to age and heat cycling. So we're going to be replacing that with this Alta 0% one-piece lightweight crank pulley. And I chose the 0% because I don't want to alter the size of the crank pulley. And since we're going to be replacing the belt, I'm going to be throwing on this brand new Gates belt. This particular model belt is not going to fit your car if you're going to be using the stock supercharger pulley, which I am not. Since I'm going to be replacing the belt, I might as well replace the supercharger pulley. This is an Alta 17% reduced sized supercharger pulley, which will increase the boost. And this belt is the correct size if you're going to be using a 17% supercharger pulley with a stock sized crank pulley. You can go on their website, alta.com. This is the part number for the crank pulley, I believe, and it'll give you a chart on what you need to know about belt sizes and all of that. Couple of things you're going to be needing for this job. Of course, you're going to be needing a jack stand, and you're going to be needing a nice power tool will be helpful. I'm using this Ryobi lithium ion half-inch impact, which will help me get off the bolt on the crank pulley. This is a torque wrench. This is a tool for the belt tensioner that you'll need, and the pin to go with that. Some lubricating oil to probably help get that bolt off and the pulley off. You're also going to need to rent one of these harmonic balancer kits. I got this one from AutoZone, $20. They give you your money back as long as the tool comes in one piece. And you'll probably need a couple other stuff here. I don't have an actual puller. Here's the supercharger pulley. I don't have a puller to pull that off there, so I'm going to be using a grinder, and I'm going to grind the pulley off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grind it this way until I get to the very center almost, and then I'm going to probably stick like a screwdriver and just kind of wedge it to create a gap where I could just easily slide it off. I'm not going to be needing that pulley anymore anyway, so yeah, let's get right to it, guys. Okay, so after you get the wheel off, then you want to go ahead and take off the wheel arch. There's a couple of different fasteners here, so let's go and get those off. Okay, so here is the original factory harmonic balancer. You can see it's rubber filled, and it looks like it is starting to crack. Let me go and zoom in here with you guys so you can take a closer look at what I'm looking at. But you can see those cracks. This car has 150,000 miles on it, about 153. And if this harmonic balancer were to go, it can cause catastrophic engine damage. And I'm telling you the reason why is because the serpentine belt drives everything, all the accessories, including the water pump. And so if this pulley goes and that serpentine belt stops moving all the accessories, well, there goes your water pump. And if you're driving down the road and you're not paying attention, your car is going to overheat, and there goes the head gasket. So Okay, so it's been a few minutes that this has been soaking in PB Blaster. Let's go ahead and try to knock this bolt out of here. No, okay. That means we're gonna have to use more power. I got something else for this one. Okay, so I got a bigger impact wrench. This is a Bauer. Hopefully this one will get it off. So let's try this out. Here's the heavy duty one. Alright. Oh yeah, this Bauer works magic. So you guys, you know, Harbor Freight, you know, don't doubt them. They do make a little bit lower end tools, but this one is an exceptional one. You guys really got to go out there and check this one out. I give them the model number, everything here. Okay. Model 1882E-B. This puts out about 1,000 foot-pound of breakaway torque. I mean, that instantly took off that. So, okay. Now there's that part. The next thing you want to do is get the serpentine belt off. This is the tool we're going to be using. This basically just pivots here. Hole. Let me see if I can bend the camera so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. So here's your belt tensioner. And one end hooks onto here, the other end hooks onto these little holes. You can see there. Yeah, I can't go on that side. This is the best side, really. Anyhow, there's another pin that goes on that side. And as you pull, it'll pivot this whole thing. And that's how that goes. Okay, now that we got the belt off, we can go ahead and knock off this tensioner so we can get to the supercharger pulley. And so let's go and start with the bottom bolt first, and then we can get the top one off once we get the lower engine mount off. So I'll go and pause it. Alright, so after fiddling around for a while, you know, I finally got all these damn bolts out of here. With tensioner, I found out that it's easier to undo the lower engine mount and then go ahead and jack the engine up from underneath the oil pan, so you can get the top two bolts here. This one here is a size 16 millimeter, so that's 16, and this guy down here is a size 10. And there's about 2 size 16 bolts and 2 size 10 bolts holding this tensioner. Once we get that out of there, then we can go ahead and grind off this pulley and pull that out. So we'll go ahead and get back to you in a second here. Okay, so here we got access to the pulley, and I'm going to go ahead and start grinding away. Well, after breaking about 3 of my drill bits there and using the heck out of this damn grinder, different chisels, sledgehammers, what I did was I ended up making two fractures on this pulley here. and eventually they'll split. But man, I'm telling you, I had to really go in deep with this pulley. Let me show you what I did. So on the first side here, I had to go as deep as I can. I even had to grind away a little bit on the actual supercharger casing, and you can see the rear seal, or I'm sorry, the front seal of the supercharger is just showing up, but I am going to patch that up with some epoxy or some JB weld, some hardened material, so that way it won't leak out anything from there. So that'll be taken care of. But boy, I'm telling you, my grinder wheel could not get in as deep as it can back here. So I had to end up drilling pilot holes to take away as much material as I can, and then I used a damn chisel to try to break away the remaining material to get as deep as I can. And look, I even grinded a little bit of the supercharger shaft, but it's not enough to cause any fatigue. And I kind of did the same thing on the other side here, about 180 degrees out. And now this sucker is finally coming off after spending about a good hour and a half just messing with this thing. So it's a pain in the butt, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, you don't want to damage the shaft like I did. See, that's how it looked like right there. I mean, there's still enough material left on this side of the shaft for the new collet for the new supercharger pulley to grip onto, but still, I just kind of hate damaging things if I don't have to. Let's check the other side. Well, the other side's not too bad there, but yeah, it's this first side. Man, I kind of got in there a little bit. You can see, yeah, kind of got in there just a little bit. I want to say about close to about ½ an inch. I gotta patch this up here too. Alright, so let me go and clean up. Okay, so here's the next day, and I'm test driving the car now that I installed the upgraded supercharger and crank pulley. I can tell you right off the bat that I do notice a little bit more whining coming from the supercharger, and that's at really low boost, you know. I mean, just driving the car normally, you know, it feels almost the same. I don't feel any kind of, you know, any kind of bogging or rough conditions, just driving it normally here. I'm about to do a pull pretty soon. We can time the difference. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to roll out at about 10 or 15 miles, and then I'm going to give it full throttle. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, I got wheel spin. Oh, it's definitely pulling. Okay, I did notice a little bit of misfire on third gear. There's definitely a wheel spin on first gear. And I didn't take it all the way to red line on first gear. I shifted probably at about 5.5. Yeah, there's definitely a noticeable power gain. Alright, you guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you.